So I was never one for rewatching shows. I would always watch a show once and then just kind of be done with it, because I just never found any replay value in anything. In shows mostly. In movies, I could watch movies over and over again. I watched Batman 3 times. Like I've watched movies over and over again. Just something about shows that's like, oh well, like I can waste an hour or two on one movie, then waste a few days on a show. Uh, all but one show. One show I always come back to yearly. I always have to watch it. I always search up YouTube clips about it, compilations, because it's just the perfect rewatch value that I get from it. And that show is That 70's Show. That 70's Show is a sitcom that was released in 98. I believe it ended in 2006. It was about six group of teenagers and just their lives and all the shenanigans they got up to. That's literally the whole plot. There's no arcing story. It's just their lives. And with a plot like that, it's amazing because it is so simple. Like anybody can start watching it. You don't need to watch this episode, this episode. Well, you kind of do need to watch it in order, but it's less. It's more forgiving if like you could skip episodes and it will kind of make sense, but just watch the whole show entirely. I've watched it a total of maybe 4 times. I started watching this in elementary. A lot of people never really talked about it when I was, growing up. And I like that it's getting more like exposure. Like I see more shit about it on Twitter, more memes, more everything. Like I just love that shit cuz this show has like a soft spot in my heart. And though it kind of gets a little dragged at the end with the later seasons, but that's all right because the it doesn't take the enjoyment away from the first 5 seasons. The 6 seasons okay, till the end, they kind of, it kind of goes everywhere, but the pacing and everything, the humor. This is one of those sitcoms that like you can actually like laugh, and I love that because I that's what I don't like about sitcoms is they have the laugh tracks and you're just like damn, like you kind of forced to laugh, like, and if you don't laugh, like I just kind of be like damn bro, like I got shit on because I don't think it's funny, but I like the humor in this because I'm mostly laughing at all the jokes or I'm even giggling because one, because of the way they say it, the delivery, and also what they're saying. Like I love that how in touch with the 70's that these characters are. Like these, like you actually believe that these actors are actually these people, and I love that because that just adds a whole another aspect to it. Like I really grew really attached to these characters, and I'm so happy that the show's coming back for us, like the sequel series, that 90 show. It's gonna be on Netflix. It's gonna take place in the 90's and what everybody's up to, and uh, I just like it. I actually don't like it. I fucking love this shit. Like this shit's crack. Uh, I want to talk about the characters. Eric Foreman, one of the funniest characters probably in TV that I've seen. He's sarcastic. He talks back and shit. He's really funny. He's like dorky and he's nerdy. So like as I was growing up, I like always felt like I was like damn, like I want to be like this nerdy because the shit that he likes, he really likes. Like Star Wars and all this shit. Like, and he's really like in depth, knowledgeable with all this shit. And Donna, his girlfriend, is like almost like the female version of him, but she's like more manly. Because that's kind of like the running gag that Eric is skinny and Donna's more of a man than him. She's funny too. She's not a dumb redhead. She's actually her own character, which I really enjoy. A1 to whoever was writing these characters, they really took their time with every single character. The next character I want to talk about is Michael Kelso. If Michael Kelso is played by Austin Kutcher, one of the funniest moments in all the shows, like especially the beginning seasons, he's like literally the star. He's just the stereotypical dumb guy, but he's funny, and like, and that's it. But there's more depth later on in the show, about his character, and I all these characters I like where they end. It's just sometimes in that journey, it's kind of, I'm kind of like, Next is Hyde. Hyde is the stereotypical conspiracy theory, the government, Hollywood, the government's not real. Hollywood's the thing that's controlling the world, and everything about religion is fake and shit like that. Very great, funny character, great. I'd have a drink with him. Fez is the foreign exchange student. He's funny. he's pretty funny, but not really the shit that he says. It's more of the way he says it because he has an accent, and he's a good comedy relief. Every time you see him, I always smile. He's got some funny ass one liners in this. Uh, Kitty. Kitty is the mom of Eric, and she's really fucking dope. At first, I didn't like her voice. I thought her voice was kind of annoying, but like you kind of get used to it. I'm like, okay, that's her. She's her own person. Okay, and then my second favorite character, Red Foreman, the dad, one of the, oh my god, like I know I've said this already, but he is one of my favorite characters of like in the TV show because just the way these actors play these characters, it's like perfect. It's perfection, and I love that so much. And he's just the always angry dad, and he's amazing. I know I'm leaving out some characters, but like this is kind of like the main cast that you're gonna be spending the majority of the 8 seasons with, and then some side characters. So, the show has a total of 8 seasons. Like I said, the first 6.5 are a fucking 10 for me. It falls later on because Eric leaves the show because Topher Grace wanted to go make Spider-Man 3 and be Eddie Brock, which hey, that movie was pretty wacky, but it's got a special place in my heart, man. I fucking love that trilogy. Sam Raimi did nothing wrong. That's all I gotta say. After that, it just kind of felt forced. Like it just didn't feel like they were together anymore. It was riding pretty high. It was a 10 for me. Even rewatching it, it doesn't kill the show for me. It doesn't do anything that like makes me hate it. It just goes down a little bit. The finale I loved because they were all together again, and I really do enjoy that. I shed a tear just watching that because it was really really good. One thing I do want to say that's kind of like a pet peeve of mine is just a lot of these like running gags that they have in the show are kind of like dead by the end of the show because like they just keep dragging it on, and it's so apparent in the finale because in the finale think of like all the jokes and all the things that the characters are known for just smushed into one episode. Every character's got their one-liners, every character's got their jokes, every character's got whatever. Like, and I understand that because it's the last time we'll see these characters in the 70's show, but I just feel like it was forced. Like they didn't have to say that, but fuck it, they did though. Yeah, after rewatching it multiple times, I would for sure rate this a fucking high 9. I mean, it'd be a 10 if the later seasons weren't so like poor, but I mean that's all right. I mean, everything about the show, the humor, the characters, the references, the music. There's amazing dance scenes in this that involve Fez, that with disco, skating. Those are all very like fun to watch. So if you guys are looking for a show, I highly recommend that 70's show. It's on Peacock right now. They just added it September 1st, I think. Peacock's free with ads. I was a scum, I was kind of like a scumbag. Bought the one for $10. No ads. Fucking love it. My girlfriend loves it. I got friends love it. Everybody fucking loves it. So I hope you guys go out and watch it. And if you guys have any sitcom recommendations, just leave them down below because I would fucking love to watch more sitcoms because I haven't watched every single sitcom. I've watched Seinfeld, that 70's show. I watched some of Friends, but I'm not really a big sitcom guy. So if you guys have any recommendations, please let me know. So yeah, that's all I want to see. I hope you guys have a great day. See ya.